Eat the Frog by Brian Tracy. This book is about time management and getting success better than others. We plan to complete all our load of tasks, but things never go as planned. There is never enough time for everything we have to do. The only way is to change our way of thinking. Rather than trying to do everything, we should prioritize and focus on right things. Two important terms used in the book: frog, referred as our most important task; tadpole, referred as less important tasks. Now, here is the list of major topics discussed in the book, which we will cover one by one. Few small things. Clarity. The main reason for procrastination and lack of motivation is less clarity and confusion about things we want to do. Some people do better than others simply because of this. They are clear about their goals and objectives, so they don't deviate. We can avoid this by continuously seeking greater clarity. Time. There is never enough time for everything we have to do, but there is always enough time to do the most important thing. You cannot eat every tadpole and frog in the pond, but you can eat the important ones. Also, one of the worst use of time is to do something very well that is not needed to be done at all. Planning out our tasks just takes 10-15 minutes but saves at least 2 hours, which is wasted in confusion. And by walking through these plans or lists will make you feel more effective and less likely to procrastinate. If you will make this list at night, then your subconscious mind will work on it all night while you are sleeping, and you will wake up with great ideas and insights. Setting the table. There are many important things which we should start doing now are discussed. Writing on our goals. With written goals and organized plan, we will be far more productive than someone else who is carrying his goal in his mind. Also, it gives the visual picture of the track we want to run. Setting deadlines. Not setting the deadlines leads to procrastination. Taking action on plans. Execution is important. An average person who executes his average plan with great energy and determination is far ahead of a genius who talks a lot and make wonderful plans but never able to execute them. 80-20 rule. This rule says that 20% of activities will account for 80% of your result. This means that if you have a list of 10 items to do, then 2 of those items will turn out to be worth more than other 8 items combined. By this only, many average people who appear to be all day long but accomplish very little as they focus on low value things and procrastinate on high value things. We should prioritize our tasks in order of this rule. Limiting factor. There are certain things which stops and hold us back from eating the frogs. These are limiting factors, also known as barriers. By understanding and working towards it, we can achieve higher level of personal productive and effectiveness. Habits of successful people. Here, few key habits of successful people are discussed. Long-term thinking. Their present action matches with their long-term future desires. And long-term thinking improves short-term decision making as we become more capable of evaluating things at present. An important task will have long-term potential consequence, while an unimportant task will have few or no long-term potential consequence. Sacrificing short-term for long-term. Successful people are always willing to delay pleasures and make sacrifice in the short term so that they can enjoy far greater rewards in the long term. Whereas unsuccessful people think more about short-term pleasure and give little thought to their long-term future. Avoid complaining. Refuse to criticize, complain or blame others for anything. Resolve to make progress rather than excuse. Taking the driver's seat. The world is full of people who are waiting for someone else to come and motivate them to be the kind of person they wish to be. In reality, no one is coming to rescue these people who are waiting for a bus on a street where no buses pass. As a result, if they don't take charge on their lives and put pressure on themselves, they will end up waiting forever. And this is what most people do. We should put the pressure on ourselves and not wait for someone else to come along and do it for you. You must choose your own frog and make yourself eat. You must become your own cheerleader. Technology can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Make sure you use today's technology in a correct manner. Many people make themselves so addicted to this technology that they don't have any time to smell the roses and collect his thoughts. Overcoming procrastination. One of the best way to overcome procrastination is getting your mind off from the task and focus on a single action that you can take. There's an old question: how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Similarly, best way to eat a large frog is by taking one bite at a time. A journey of thousand leagues began with a single step. A story about crossing the Sahara Desert, a vast and challenging landscape. To navigate through it easily, friends have mounted a track with oil barrel at every 5 kilometers. The key in successful crossing of the desert lies on focusing to reach the next visible oil barrel, then again next. The story serves as a metaphor for tackling large challenges by breaking down them into small steps. Conquering fear. Don't expect perfection at the first time or for the first few times. Be prepared to fall over and over before you get it right. The biggest enemies we have to overcome in the road of success are not lack of ability or opportunity, but fear of failure and the doubts. The only way to overcome these fears is to do the thing you fear. Starting is only the hardest part because after it, two secrets of success will make your life easy. First, momentum principle of success. It states that initially it requires a lot of energy to get started, then takes very little to keep going. Second, endorphins, a feel-good hormone which is released by our brain when we achieve anything good. When we keep on completing our tasks in a correct way, then we develop a positive addiction of endorphins by which we start to enjoy our task and organize our life well. Keep on learning, continuously upgrade your skills. If you are not getting better, then you are getting worse. Our mind is like a muscle which grows stronger as we use. One go. We should try to complete our important task in one go because starting and stopping a task instead of finishing it can make it take much longer time to complete, possibly up to 5 times. And in the end, self discipline, self mastery, and self control are the things which will form the fundamental building block of success in any area. And for something new, you must start doing something old.